Hey guys, welcome to week 4, day 4. So this is the final day of week 4 where we're going to do a recap of the different things we learned about positivity this week and how we can change our negativity and change it positive and start changing our life. So just a recap of what we learned. Positive thinkers, what are they? Right? They make the best of every situation. They search for favorable outcomes. They focus on what they can change and control, and they let go of what they can't. They search for ways to improve, and they always see a lesson that can be learned through every situation. So that's what positive thinkers are. We also learned that there are some results of positive thinking, right? Some good benefits of positive thinking and how it impacts us. 1, increased lifespan. 2, it reduces your stress, your anxiety, and your depression. And 3, better physical well-being. So those are the things that we learned about that. We also asked the questions of how to determine if we are a negative thinker. We learn to recognize the need to change and to stop saying we're not so bad, because that's what keeps us stuck and keeps us from not changing. So the first step is recognizing it. The second step is changing it. So we learned some steps to change it. 1, identify areas in your life. Just identify them of areas that you are negative in, and then take one of those areas and change it to a positive and keep working on that one and then move your way down. The second thing we learned is the rule. Remember the rule, y'all? Do not say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to somebody else. And if you catch yourself being negative towards yourself, change it and start saying affirmations to yourself, right? And then the third thing was to check yourself. Occasionally check in and stop and recognize, okay, what have my thoughts been like? And if you've noticed that you need to change in some areas, that's the time. Okay, make the change, right? And then we learned some ways to adjust our verbiage, right? From what we may normally be like to where we should be, negative to positive, right? And so here's a little example of a story to kind of put it in a tangible way. So 2 people, they're going in to do a presentation for their boss and clients, right? First person thinks positive. They're like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to kill this. This is going to be a great opportunity for me, and I'm going to be seen and recognized, and this is going to be a great step in my career, right? Thinking like that, how does it make them feel? They're excited, they're ready, they're prepared, they're confident. Because of how they're thinking about it, that's how it makes them feel. The second person goes in, negative thoughts. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna go in there, I could possibly lose my job because of how crappy I do. And this is just gonna be bad, right? So how it makes them feel: nervous, stressed out, anxious, no confidence, right? So because of their negative thoughts and how they're thinking, that's how it makes them feel negative, right? So who do you think is gonna go in and present well and have favorable outcome? The first person, of course, but that's where it starts. It starts with our positive thinking, because did y'all recognize that how they think turns into how they feel? So the first person thought positively, it made them feel good, right? Confident, ready, excited. The second person thought negatively, and how did it make them feel? Nervous, anxious, stressed out, not confident, right? So y'all, it's huge. It can be used in so many areas of our life and change us from, negative outcomes to positive outcomes, just because of how we think, how we talk. So y'all, I hope y'all really take from this week a lot of things that y'all can start implementing into your life and start changing your negativity into positivity. It's not, positive people don't just have their head in the sand and everything's butterflies and rainbows. That's not what this is about, right? But it's it's actively choosing. It's actively choosing to see situations differently, think positive, think of what you control, like we said in the beginning of this. Think of what you control, look for the lesson, learn from it, and grow. That is the difference from someone that's negative, staying stuck, to someone that's positive and moving forward. So that's where we want, this is where we want to be. Not here, this is where we want to be, right? So y'all take what we've learned this week and start implementing it into your life and see the changes that it's gonna create, okay? I love y'all, believe in y'all, and I know it's just gonna have a huge impact on your life. So, now that we've recapped positivity, now it's time to finish out this week with a little stretch and mobility work. We're going to be really focusing on the upper, the shoulders, and the chest and this area. So, I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get going, y'all. Don't skip this day because it's so good for your body. We worked really hard this week, and now we need to treat our bodies well and get them, keep them limber and stay mobile, okay? So here we go. All right, let me get this out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, first, since we're gonna be working our shoulders a lot, I kind of want to just warm them up a little bit. I know we're gonna be stretching them, so it's kind of weird, but let's just do a few arm circles to get them moving first before we start doing like holds, you know, in certain positions. Let's just get them warmed up, moving around a little bit, not much, then we'll go ahead and get going. So let's do arm circles forward, slow. We're going to be using the wall too, so for a few of the movements, let's go backwards. So you'll need to find a wall here for the first few movements, okay? Then we'll be on the ground for the rest of the time. Be backwards. Okay, let's go ahead and hug ourselves a little bit. Just slow ones. We'll do 2 more here, then we'll get started. All right, so go ahead and find a wall. I'm gonna get my timer. We're gonna be holding this movement for 1 minute. Each side, okay? So we'll be there for a little bit. Let me get my stopwatch. Okay, so the first movement, find a wall. So if you can see me here, your palm is going to be flat on the wall and your fingers are going to be pointed down, okay? So the higher you go, the more of a stretch you're going to get. The lower you go, the less of a stretch. So come higher, but then like, you can feel that pull. If you can't be completely flat with your palm, that's okay. Just hold it there. And then hopefully by the end of it, you'll be able to get closer and closer with your palm to the wall, okay? So we're gonna hold that for 1 minute and then we're gonna switch. So you should be feeling a strong pull in here, okay? So let's go ahead and get started on this first side. Palm flat against the wall. Fingers pointed down. If you can't feel the pull, go higher. And then you should feel it. Feeling it a lot in my forearm, my hand even, my wrist. So y'all, we use our forearms a lot in a lot of our movements that we do, and our wrists too. We want to have good flexibility in our wrists. So it's really wise to stretch these out, keep them mobile. If you need to come down, shake it out, and then get right back into it, do that because it'll start burning a little bit. Mine is at least, so I guess I'm tight. We have 10 more seconds here in this hold, and then we're going to switch to the other arm, okay? 2, 1, go ahead and switch. This is my left arm, and it feels a lot tighter than my right, which is interesting. Ooh, yeah, but I can even feel it like going down my hand, like the stretch. Ooh, this is good. This is really good. we're still going to be on the wall for the next movement as well. So stick here with me the next 2 movements, and then we'll be down on the ground. I don't know if y'all can see my arm, but y'all saw it in the last one. Or I can turn here so y'all can see. Yeah? Oh, we're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so find a wall. I'm going to move over here because I need to be able to reach all the way. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to stand close to the wall. And then you're going to do a circle on the wall. And don't turn your waist as you move. Keep your waist, chest, face forward. So we're here so that you really get that stretch in the shoulder and come all the way through versus turning here. This is not going to be doing anything, right? So make sure you keep it all forward. Turn back here like this. Yeah? And when you get down to the bottom, go backwards. Come back up. Like that. Okay? So if it's too hard for you to make it all the way around, you can step out a little bit from the wall and then do it. So that should make it a bit easier if you're too tight to be closer. Okay? So let's go ahead and start. So remember, go backwards. Don't turn your waist. Don't turn your chest. Keep it forward. And then come back around the way you just came. Okay, you should be really feeling your shoulders in this one. We work our shoulders a lot, you use your shoulders a lot, so it's really good to keep them mobile, stretched out and not tight. A lot of men are tighter in their shoulders. They work a lot of arms, so it's good to keep that because their muscles are so big. It's good to keep it mobile. 10 seconds here, and we'll switch to the other arm. I really like this one. Challenge yourself though. Go ahead and switch. Challenge yourself though. So if you can't feel anything, get closer to the wall and get more of that stretch in your shoulder. And then if you're feeling too much, don't force it. Step away from the wall here and then do the same thing. And that's fine. But the more shoulder mobility that you have, you won't feel it as much unless you get closer to the wall. So just adjust accordingly to where you're at, okay? Chest forward, waist forward, don't turn as you go. 15 seconds. Really like this one. 2, 1, time. Okay, this will be the last movement that you need for the wall. It's also good to have do it in a door frame if you can, like this is the door frame, or say this is the, here we go, this is the door, right? So you can do it on your door frame. You can also do it up against the wall, but anyway, so what you're gonna do is put your arm here at 90 degrees, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn away. Like with your chest, turn away. And you'll really feel the pull here in your chest. Oh, feels so good, okay? So we're gonna be here for 1 minute, we're gonna switch arms, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. 90 degrees, flat on the wall or door frame, turn away. Turn away enough to feel the pull, sit here for a minute. If it starts to get loosened up and easy, you can turn out more. But gauge it, don't pull too much too soon. So start out slow and then you can ease your way out and pull more and more. Don't forget to breathe through these movements. A lot of them you're going to be really tight in, and it's going to be not like an actual pain, but like a good, like tight, you know, you're working it out type of pain. So remember to breathe. Five seconds here. All right, let's go ahead and switch. Arm at 90, and then I'm turning my chest out. Can y'all feel it in y'all's chest? This is really good. Open it all up. Halfway. After this movement, we're going to be on the ground. Make sure you're at 90, you're not way up here. Make sure you stay here and turn out. 5 seconds. 2, 1, time. Okay, so you can go ahead and come down to the ground. We're going to stretch out our wrists. So for the first one, we're going to be down on our knees, okay? We're going to have our fingers facing forward, okay? And then we're just going to lean forward over them. And you're going to really feel the pull here in your forearm, and you'll feel it in your wrist too. Okay, so we'll be here for a minute, leaning forward over them. Don't go too far to where you're extended too far and it's painful. And then we're going to flip them backwards here, and then we're going to pull backwards for another minute, okay? So let's go ahead and get started on this first one. Fingers forward, lean over. Lean as far as you feel appropriate. If you don't lean enough, you're not doing anything. If you lean too far, you're going to really hurt your wrists, but just get in that sweet spot right there in the middle so you can really feel that stretch. Keep your elbows locked out. You can come out of it and go right back into it, just to loosen it for a quick second, and then get right back in. We have 20 seconds left. 10. Okay. Go ahead and switch. Turn your wrists the other way to where your fingers are facing your knees. And then sit back. Sit your butt back. And get in that sweet spot where you feel the pull, but to where it's not too much, too painful. Okay, we're just going to sit here. Elbows are locked. Just sit here for a minute. We're halfway there. You can come out of it for a second and right back into it if you need to. Five, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna go do some circles with your wrists to get them back to normal. Just stretch them. Okay, next thing we're gonna go into is a child's pose. We're gonna be doing a few different versions of the child's pose, so we'll be here for a little bit. The first one is just your normal one, so you're gonna reach out, sit your butt back, your face to the ground, and really feel the stretch in your shoulder, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. We're here for a minute, and we're gonna change it. 20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna be back down in that position. What we're gonna do is come out, put your elbows down, bring your arms up as if you're holding a bar here. But put your hands together and then press. So like you're almost like pushing your body down. So press down. So when you do that, you're gonna be feeling it all in here, okay? So again, come out, but put your elbows down, hands together as if you're holding a bar, and then just press your chest down into the ground. It's not touching the ground, but you're like pressing your chest down, and it makes this feel the pull, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Elbows down, hold the bar, press your chest towards the ground, but it's not touching the ground. I can't get mine to touch because that's the part we're stretching our arms. Make sure y'all can feel it in that area I pointed out. If not, come out further and press further down with your chest towards the ground to really feel that pull. We have 15 seconds left. 2, 1. Lock it up. Okay, we're still here. The next one, you're gonna put your left hand in front of your right knee, right? Then you're gonna put your right hand on top of your left hand, and then you're gonna pull away, okay? Like you're gonna lean away. So you're feeling the pull again right here, okay? So we're just stretching it out in different ways. So again, left hand in front of your right knee, right hand on top of your left hand, and then pull away. So you should be kind of like laying over on top of your shoulder. Your shoulder's not touching the ground though, okay? So we're gonna hold that for a minute, and then we're gonna switch sides, pull away this way. I love this one. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Right hand on top, pull away. Don't forget to breathe, y'all. We're sitting here for a minute. Halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come up out of that. Put your right hand in front of your left knee, left hand on top, pull away. So interesting to me that my left side is tighter than my right. For some reason in my brain, I would think my right would be tighter because I use it more. But I don't know. Like this side isn't as tight as the other one. Interesting. What side is tighter for y'all? 10 seconds. All right, time. Ooh. Okay, now we're gonna go into one more, but up on our feet. Everything locked out, knees locked, elbows locked, and we're gonna be holding it here. Yeah, try to force your heels to the ground to get a stretch in your calves as well. And then you'll again feel the stretch in your shoulders. So we're gonna be here for 1 minute. Let's go ahead and get started. Relax your head in between your arms. Don't have it up here, just relax it in between. Ten seconds. 2, 1, time. All right. Okay, so next we're gonna go into an upside down tabletop. That's what I call it. So you're gonna be up here. You're gonna come up here, tabletop, right? You're gonna have locked elbows, and then you're gonna rock forward, okay? So pull your feet out further so that you can rock forward enough to feel this pull in your shoulder. I'm gonna turn so y'all can see me better, okay? Tabletop here, and then you're gonna lean forward so that you can feel the pull in your shoulder here. Like that, okay? And then we're gonna hold that for a minute, okay? Here we go. Up. If you can't come up to a tabletop, you can stay here and then just pull your butt away this way and you'll still feel the pull in your shoulders. We're almost there, 5 seconds. 2, 1. Okay. I'm gonna stay this way for this one. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna interlock your hands behind you, okay? And then you're gonna come down. You're gonna come down to where you're laying on them, right? Like this, okay? Then you're gonna scoot your butt away. Can you start to feel the pull in your shoulders? Scoot your butt away, and you should feel the pull. Yes. Okay, so interlock like this. We're not twisting. Interlock like this. Lay back on them. If you need to come down, elbow, get down safely. Then scoot your butt away, and you should feel the pull in your shoulders. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Interlock, lay back on them, scoot your butt away. Yaw. Oh, wow. This is a good one. We're here for a minute. feel this one a lot. If you can't feel it, scoot your butt further away. If it's too much, scoot it back. So get in that sweet spot. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is the last movement we're gonna do. So we're gonna be laying down. Okay, we're gonna grab one elbow with the opposite hand over our head. Lift your head up. Grab this elbow. And then lay down. So we're just gonna be pulling here. Okay, so the point when you pull your head up, you grab this elbow behind it, and then you lay down on it, but you're still pulling. So you should feel it all in here, okay? And then we're gonna switch after a minute and do the other side, okay? Here we go. Grab that elbow, lay back, but keep pulling. I can feel this one a lot, like all in here. "20 seconds. It's like your head weight is pushing your arm into the ground while you're pulling it over. That's a lot. 3, 2, 1. Release. All right. Let's do the other side. Head up. Grab the other arm, the other elbow. Lay back on it while you keep pulling it. Mm. "15 seconds. Last movement, y'all. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. That's it, you guys. I know a lot of times it's hard to take the time to do this because it's slow, you don't feel like you're getting much out of it, and you feel like you can still operate fine without, doing the mobility and stretching part. But y'all, it's good in so many ways. Like, we really need to take this time for our body because it'll make them last longer, right? How do you feel right now? Do you feel really stretched out in your shoulders and your chest and your wrists? We work our bodies like that and keep them mobile and moving, y'all, we're gonna last longer. And I don't want to be doing this until I'm old. So thank you for taking the time to just sit here and do this. It's also a good time to just kind of relax and let everything go from the week or the day. It's a calming time too. So but anyway, thank you for joining me, and y'all go out there. Be positive, change yourself so that you can change the world, okay? Love you guys. I'll see y'all.